and welcome. My name is Kathy A, and today I'm going to do a quick little haul and show you some new stuff from the drugstore, and I'm kind of excited about some of that. And first I just have a quick little shout out. I want to thank, I've been getting a lot of mail, and just wanted to send a shout out to Denise. Thank you for the Happy New Year card and words of encouragement. Sherry in Canada, I got this really cool spatula to get the last out of my my makeup jars, and actually I've used this in the bathroom in my skincare jars, so this is great. Thank you so much, and great card. I love your stamps in Canada. Your Christmas stamps are cool. They have like this plaid car and really neat. Corinne, thank you so much. Wet wipes. It says, fire up that lip gloss, grab your big girl shoes, and kick this day in the sunshiny ass. Okay, this is, thank you. And she also sent me these really cool socks that say, you're beautiful, don't change. And that's great. And I can definitely use these right now. It's so cold. Thank you, Corinne. That was great. I always love seeing cards and things in the post office box. No gifts though. Come on now. A quick note. I've been waiting to do this haul so I could do this. Have you noticed Snickers is doing the they're doing this thing where they're asking you how you feel if you haven't had a Snickers. You need a Snickers. And I just love this. Loopy. That's definitely me. I do want to do a follow-up with a couple of items. This was in that Zen box. Do you remember I reviewed that? And this is a Level Naturals shower balm, and it was supposed to be kind of a mint kind of thing to unclog your pores. You're supposed to set it in the bath, run the shower, and then this puff of magical smoke was supposed to, you know, fill your senses and clear your sinuses. It didn't. No. So I have one left, and I'll probably put that in a giveaway. I could kind of smell something, but it wasn't enough, and I was waiting for a cloud of smoke, you know, because it said, you know, shower balm. So, you know, like a bath bomb makes all the cool stuff in your bathtub, the shower balm is supposed to make a kind of a fog of well, it didn't work. So that was a disappointment. I did use this stuff though, and this is a scrub. Let me put the old lady glasses on here. This is the Kimberly Parry Organics Body Scrub in Sweet Orange and Cranberry. And I really like this. I use this on my feet. The only place I use a scrub is actually my elbows and my heels, which get real bad in the winter. And this stuff, there's not much left in here, but it's very gritty, but there's like an oil in there too, and you're just rubbing it on your heels and then rinsing it off, or rubbing it on your elbows and rinsing it off. It works really nicely, and it smells great. I did really enjoy that, so that worked. I did want to revisit a few things, just to let you know how they're doing. There's a huge sale going on at Ulta right now. If you buy one Real Techniques brush, you get a second one free. So I just happened to see it at the last minute, and I got a shading brush, which I use this every single day. The shading brush, I think it is. Yeah. I use it every day, and I got this one free because it reminds me a lot of my pointed brush. And Real Techniques brushes, of course, are cruelty-free. They're really nice. And I don't know if I told you at the time when I got this. I wanted to try it because I have the Cover FX drops in 30. And I was using Cover FX drops in N25 because they matched me to it at Sephora, and I actually, in the 30, those drops can run a little bit light, and if they run light, they can really look fibery and patchy when you put them on your skin, no matter what you're blending them with. So you have to be careful with the color you get with your FX drops. But anyway, this is the anti-aging primer base, and it's very gel-like. No scent, but it's a very kind of yellowy gel kind of feeling, but it's very high. It's $38, and I'm so happy with the Milani primer right now, the Milani hydrating primer that just came out that, I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna, I think when this runs out, I don't think I'm gonna replace it, but it does work nicely. I think the Milani primer works just as well. The Milani primer works a lot like the Hourglass Mineral Veil, and it's kind of a white cream, and it goes on really nicely. I think it really works probably better than the Cover FX, but I'm not returning it. I know it upsets a lot of you when I return things. For vitamins, supplement kind of things, I did start taking, these are Culturelles, and these are kind of probiotic kind of things to help stop tummy bloats. These are chewables. They're supposed to taste kind of like orange. Well, probiotic orange, yeah. Yeah, there is a little bit of a taste, but I found that I take one of these a day and I'm feeling much better, and not so, although, you know, the weight loss is slow. It's very slow. Wet n Wild has reformulated a lot of their popular things, and this is one of them. This is the Dolce Leche, or the, what is it, the caramel, I don't know. This is the contouring palette, and it's a smoother formula. It's very nice. I have it on now, and you know, I wish they could reformulate their packaging. I had the darndest time getting their stuff open. But this is the Dolce, and this, I am wearing this as my highlighter. Oops, little clown contouring there for a minute. Very nice. This is working very nicely, and this of course is working really nice. This is a powder. It is a powder, and you can also use it as an eyeshadow. So I think it's very nice. I only noticed like a smoother, finer texture to it than what it had before, so the reformulation is really nice, and the new packaging is out. I just saw it. It's a larger Walgreens that I saw this in, so they have, only some of them have it yet. They're all putting them out, but it's slow moving. I gave this another try from Wet n Wild. This is a different color scheme. I thought I would have better luck with it. I swatched it on my hand. Some of the colors are okay. Again, this packaging is so hard to open. Oh my gosh. I have a terrible manicure as it is, and this is just taking it out completely. Oh my goodness. Okay, I got the sucker open. This one is called the Quartz Center, and this has got some sparkly, some glitters. As I said, some of the colors swatch okay, some are just, this, even though it looks very glittery and shiny, it does not really translate to any of those sparkles. You don't really see them so well, so I'm not really that impressed with that particular one. But the pigmentation is much better than one of the other palettes I'm going to show you. And these were only $6.99. So, I mean, for some of the colors, and I wanted to get some colors to replace, God, that's the other thing I wanted to say. I just did, as you know, boy, as you know, I just did a cruelty-free show, and I got a lot of mixed reactions to that, and somebody said Smashbox isn't cruelty-free, and I was thinking to myself, oh, come on, you know, I researched them last year. They won last year's Palette of the Year, and they won this year's Palette of the Year, but I hadn't researched them again. Apparently they have started selling to China. So Smashbox is not cruelty-free. They pay China to test their products on animals, so that they're able to sell their products in China. They also do it to Brazil. So Smashbox is out of my collection. I actually have sent my palette to somebody else as a gift, and somebody else got the foundation that I had. So Smashbox is not cruelty free, and I apologize that I didn't research that as well. That brings up the idea that there is a modern cruelty-free list that's updated every week. She's a little picky, and I disagree with her about Lorac. There's a little bit of controversy over Lorac. Lorac is a company that does not test. They don't sell to China. They don't even ship outside of the USA. They have a pledge, and then all of their suppliers have filled out a form stating that they do not test either for their ingredients. Some kind of controversy arose where they let on that they don't monitor their suppliers. So PETA, Leaping Bunny, and Logical Harmony all jumped on them and said, then you're not cruelty free. I have to beg to differ here on this one, because I feel that Lorac does not test. They had all of their suppliers sign a form saying that they don't test, and they don't sell to China or any countries that require testing. So in my book, they're cruelty free, and it's not appearing on a lot of the cruelty free apps and website lists and things like that, but I just thought I'd clarify that I truly honestly feel that Lorac is cruelty free. I'm really sorry about the Smashbox mix-up though. The video was a double-edged sword. I mean, I needed to get that information out. It's been bothering me for months that I hadn't talked about cruelty-free stuff. I'm going to give you a list real quick right now of cruelty-free companies. This list does not include Asian, Australian, and European brands. So Sleek and Cogendo and a lot of Napoleon Perdis and things like that are not on the list, and they are cruelty-free. So if it is a foreign company, you can check other resources. There's a lot of websites and things, and usually on the back of the product it'll say if it's cruelty-free or not. I don't want to make it hard for you to look up cruelty-free stuff, and I think in my next video what I'll do is I will list all of the companies that test on animals, and that will be much more eye-opening for you, because I think a lot of the products you're using now you can't imagine that they test on animals, but they do. I'm hoping, especially to be fair, L'Oreal is actually developing a synthetic skin that mimics human skin, and they're purveyors of this. They are real pioneers, and so they are actually working on a lot of tests to eliminate animal testing. But at the same time, it's a dichotomy, because they are also paying China to test on animals so that they can sell in China, and they have a huge market. I mean, L'Oreal owns so many companies. And another thing I will say in the favor of L'Oreal is, even though they own a lot of cruelty-free companies, they do not make them follow their rules. Those cruelty-free companies act as independent agents. The only thing is that they get a little piece of that money. So it is really a personal choice whether you want to support those companies that are owned by testers or not. Yeah, it's a tough one, I know. Okay, back to the makeup. Wet n Wild has come out with a setting spray. This is the Photo Focus setting spray. It's cute. It's like $5, $4.99. Shake it up, spray it a couple times, and it's like somebody squirts you with a kitchen hose. It's really a strong kind of wet formula. But it's nice. There's a slight essence of some kind of aroma, but it's not strong. It's a very pleasant, once it's on, it's okay. So I'll have to say that I like that, actually. They have also reformulated the Color Icon blushes that they have. This one is Pearlescent Pink. This is the one they say is a lot like, oh, here we go again. This is the one that they say is a lot like NARS Orgasm Blush, and it's a beautiful, and I mean, I'm just going to put a touch here. It's very pigmented, very beautiful blush. It's a pinky golden tone. It's very flattering on most skin types, and it's beautiful. And I think it's $3.99 or something like that. It's very, very cheap, and you get a whole bunch in here. And this is Pearlescent Pink from Wet n Wild, and they have repackaged this. It's longer and flatter, and it has the little PETA bunny in the front. They're making a thing out of that now, I guess. But so all the Color Icon blushes are reformulated. It does feel smoother. I don't know if I'm just like I drank the Kool-Aid or what, but I really feel that they are slightly different, and they seem more finely textured than they have been in the past. There is another blush called Champagne Glow, I think it is. It is a kind of a neutral color with a little bit of a sheen to it. It looks more like a highlighter blush than a blush. I didn't pick that one up, I'm sorry. Milani's doing some really good things. I love their hydrating primer. They also have a primer for people who have large pores and oily skin. I didn't try that because I don't have the oily skin part. And this is something interesting. These are the Moisture Lock lip treatments. And I have, this one is the peach one. They have about 9 different flavors, and they all say they have like vitamin E or vitamin A or anti-aging properties or wrinkle resistant properties or whatever. I just picked the flavor I thought I would like the best, which is peach. The one that they have on the model on the on the board is primrose, and there were no primrose left. So I got the peach. There's no color to this. It really just coats your lips. It dries down. You have to let it dry down for about 15-20 seconds, and it just makes your lips smooth. It's almost like, it's like a lip primer. So I think it's interesting. It's about $9. It's got a white, a large white, looks like a large white Q-tip kind of applicator. I'm not sure I'm crazy about that one, because it goes, after it's been on your mouth, it goes back in here. So I would suggest wiping it off with a tissue and then putting it back in. I can't imagine just putting it all over your mouth when you just had lunch or whatever and then putting it in here. I'm not a germaphobe either. I might come off that way, but I'm not. Anyway, the lip moisture lock. This came in a set of 4 and I lost the box, but these are the Pixie Silk Sky, what are they? Silk Sky something. Eyeliners. Endless Silky Eye Pen from Pixie, and these you can find in Target. There's long versions of individual ones. This came in a set of 4 for $9. It's on sale right now. The long ones themselves, I believe, run around $10. The black tulip is nice. This one is a brown, a slate gray, a dark blue, and a black for $9. And I thought that was great. And that's just about enough time for each of these before they have met their expiration. I walk the walk. NYX has put out the high voltage lipsticks, and I'm wearing this right now. This one is called Mirage, I believe. Let me just make sure. Yes, this one is called Mirage, and it's a nice, pretty nude color. It's very light, it's very moisturizing and hydrating, but you do need to put something over the top of it. If you are older and have older wrinkly lips, you're going to need to put some kind of a gloss. And I think it was Jennifer who told me Tiramisu from the NYX Butter Glosses was just like my NARS Chelsea Girls. What I noticed from this is that they're not quite exact, but they're so close it's kind of silly to even argue the point. This is the NYX Tiramisu, and then this is right next to it. And this is Chelsea Girls. Now Chelsea Girls is a little smoother. It goes on a little more pigmented, and it's slightly less pink. There's a slight pink cast to this, but it is so nice, and the price difference is like $15 less, so definitely. And what is nice about the Tiramisu lip butter is that it's moist and it looks creamy. It stays on really well, but it's not tacky. It doesn't have that stick your lips together kind of thing that a lot of lip glosses can have. It just feels like a very moisturizing lipstick on. It's very lightweight. I really like it. And it's so close to the NARS Chelsea Girls that I definitely am thinking that I wouldn't have to go and buy the NARS Chelsea Girls if I were to run out. I keep giving Makeup Revolution another chance, and I keep getting very disappointed. This one is called Hard Day, and of course I'm a big Beatles fan. I'm thinking Hard Day's Night. There are some really nice, there's a nice mirror. There's some nice grays and purples in this, and I thought with this line of mattes and then all these kind of shimmers and glitters and stuff that I'd have a really nice replacement for the Smashbox palette that I just had to relinquish. It's really hard to blend these colors. I have this palette on today, and it took a little bit of work. Like, the colors seem to swatch well, but I don't think they blend all that well. I'm not sure I'm really that crazy about it, but these palettes are only $10 each. And this one, you know, some of them look like they will have like a bit of sparkle to them, and they don't. When you get them on your eye, they don't. But so these are the matte colors, and I thought that was a nice assortment. I especially like the gray and the khaki color. This light color is buttery soft, and it does show up quite well. I think it's a beautiful shade for the inner lid. You can see that right in there. And then there are some shades that will make nice transition colors for your lid. So, I mean, these colors are okay, but they're kind of pale. I feel like they're kind of cheap. I've never been a real fan of these palettes, and everybody's saying, oh, it's just like, you know, Naked 1, Naked 2, Naked 3. This particular formula is a Salvation formula, and maybe that's the difference. I don't know, but this is the Hard Day. It's $10, so I mean, it's a great price. I'm not going to argue with that. You get a double-ended sponge tip applicator. You can do it for maybe lining with the shadow under your eyes, but it's very difficult to use it as far as applying the shadow or blending it in any way. What else did I get from Ulta? Oh, I finally got the Light Skin Bronzer from Essence. And Essence, I don't know if you can see the little image there. It's kind of neat. It's a person like this by the beach. Very, very pretty, and I'm actually wearing this as a contour. This is really good if you're fish belly white. This is a wonderful bronzer. It is so subtle and so natural looking. It just makes you look healthy. And it's not too dark for fish belly white. So this is the Essence Sun Club. And this is just called Lighter Skin. Lighter Skin, okay. Sun Loved number 30. I do like that. I'm going to end today's haul of makeup anyway with Milani. Revisited Luminoso. I don't know why this was out of my collection, but I added it back in. One of the singles I got from Milani is this nice, beautiful dark green color. I thought it was a very pretty addition to my collection. And again, I had to give up my Smashbox palette, and it didn't hurt at all because I could find cruelty-free replacements for all of the master colors in there that I had the palette for, so it was no real loss aside from the embarrassment. Now Milani has 3 new eyeshadow palettes, and they're complete eyes. I'm not sure I would do what they say on here, but there are step-by-step instructions that tell you what to do with each little color. Very, very nice. Not a fan of their brush, but I did use it. It makes a great basic eye. This is a very nice shiny inner corner color. This is a very pretty, let me just swatch there. Very pretty for lining your eyes or for darkening up the corners. Let me just show you. They're so close except for the gold one. Okay. Let me put the gold one in here. But these two kind of swatch the same. They're shimmery, and I was hoping that there would be more of a matte in here. The matte is not very pigmented, so, and it doesn't blend very well. I was disappointed in the blending of that one. This highlighter is extremely shiny. You could actually use it as a face highlighter, as well as maybe just under the brow, a little dot just under the brow for a little accent. But this is a great little set, and I believe this was $10 for this set. There's one in blues and there's one in purpley grays. So there's 3 different sets. I don't know if there's more than 3 sets, but I only saw the 3 sets. Run around $10 in CVS. Okay. I have redone a lot of my household cleaners and soaps and things to cruelty-free, and one of them that I'm using to clean my brushes with right now is the Vermont Soaps Castile soap, and almost out of that. This is a 7th generation hand soap that I use. Smells like orange, very nice. This one, this is the Sweet Tangerine Room Spray, which is very nice. I also use this around my work area. And then I use this one. This is the all-purpose cleaner in lemon verbena. This is Method. And you can find these things right in Target. They're not hard to find. Their counterparts, I mean, if you're getting Target's brand Up and Up, or if you're getting like the sales stuff, it may be $1 more, but I think it's worth it to be cruelty-free and also to have more organic products in the home. They're less harmful, and it's kind of a nice move in the right direction, if you catch me. In the shower, I have just finally finished with the Pure Adore. And I want to tell you, this is my own hair today. I don't normally wear my own hair, and it's not styled at all. I just let it air dry. This is literally air dry. It is not, I didn't curl it or straighten it or fix it or do anything to it. I just want you to see what it looks like air dried from the shower. It's kind of shiny, and that Pure Adore, it actually worked pretty well for me. Now this, I washed my hair with this today. This is the Ren Pure Originals Biotin and Collagen Thickening Shampoo, and these are tested on the family that created this. These are old school, $4.99 each. It's a nice clean smell. It's not flowery, it's not sweet, it's just a nice clean smell, and I really like it so far. So I have worked them into my shampoo routine. So that pretty much does it for me. I hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Take care. Toodles.